Hi, are you a Tom Ford fragrance lover? Well, stay with me while I review the latest fragrance from Tom Ford, which is the Ombre Leather. Hi, and welcome back to Ellie Smells. And today I'm really excited. I'm going to be reviewing the latest creation from Tom Ford, which is the Tom Ford Ombre Leather. And this one classed as a unisex fragrance. However, I think that maybe it's probably for me more geared towards men. The Ombre Leather was released in 2018, about maybe 3-4 weeks ago, so probably sort of like early October 2018. So just a little bit about Tom Ford. I don't know if most of you are aware of who he is, but he's a huge fashion designer. Born in America, went to work for Gucci and completely turned Gucci around, and then started his own fashion line. Definitely known for his men's tailoring, his suits, and his lovely ladies' creations and ladies' beauté, sort of like makeup, sunglasses, everything to do sort of like with that sort of luxury lifestyle. And he created his first fragrance, which was the Black Orchid, and that was launched in 2006. So here we are today with the latest creation, which is the Ombre Leather. And I believe this one was created by Sonia Constant, because she actually created the Ombre Leather 16, which was launched in 2016. And I haven't actually been able to find out if she's the creator behind this one, but it seems that this one might actually be a relaunching. But she has created fragrances for Coach, Galan, Narciso Rodriguez, to name a few. So she has a long line of fragrances that she's created. So just a little bit about the bottle first. It's like circular and it's in a matte black, almost like a matte leathery sort of like feel to it. Black stopper with the Tom Ford logo, and then it just has the Ombre Leather on like a little label, which actually feels a bit sort of slightly different to the glass, and it just says sort of like Tom Ford Ombre Leather. So that's the bottle, so very sort of like easy to hold, probably very easy to travel with as well. So I'm going to spray this. I already know that Tim loves this. We've tried it several times. It is classed as like a leather fragrance, but it has a definite softness, a definite spicy feel to it. So as you first smell, you can definitely get the spicy top notes, and that's because it's got a powerful hit of cardamom, which is sort of like quite fresh, but sort of like warm. So that's in the top notes. And then as it starts to dry, you do get an almost sort of like softer, sort of like florally heart note, which I think has sambac jasmine in there, and then you've got that hit of the leather. And when I first smelt this, and indeed when Tim first smelt this fragrance, we thought it did smell of that brand new car, that leather interior, you know, that's super new, or like the leather belt or the new leather watch, or for the ladies like a leather handbag or a jacket. So you know how you just get enveloped by that sort of like ultra soft leathery smell. So far, really, really lovely. I can imagine how most men will like this, and maybe ladies who like sort of like more, sort of like maybe masculine fragrances would like this one too. And then in the base notes of this, you've got like patchouli in there, you've got white moss, and you've also got ambery notes. So all of those sit equally well on a men's and a lady's skin. But yes, definitely, as it just combines, it really is. It's got that sort of like soft leather, and then it's just sort of like lightened with the floral heart notes and warmed by the ambery notes on the base. So I think this is going to be a really good one, sort of like for the winter time, for those people that like those sort of like more leathery sort of like essences. So indeed, somebody that maybe wears some of the creeds like the Aventus or the Tabarone, which has the woods and the leathers in there, or even something like the Valentino Uomo, which I know Tim wears as well, which has those leathery essences, and also D&G the One, the eau de parfum version rather than the eau de toilette. And of course, for people who already wear maybe the Tom Ford Tuscan Leather and also the Tobacco Vanille. Now, I'm not sure whether most of you are aware or not that Tom Ford has two sets of fragrances. He has his private blend, which you can only purchase at Tom Ford outlets or at some of the Tom Ford stores, and then he has his signature collection. So looking at the Ombre Leather 16, looks like that was part of his private blend, and this one, the 2018 version, is actually part of his signature range, which is more readily available at most department stores where they stock them. So these ones come in like a 50ml and 100ml. Definitely worth a try. So if you have a Tom Ford stockist near you, go and have a spray. Go and see what you think, how it settles on your skin, whether it may be one that you would wear yourself or maybe for your other half. With Christmas coming up, it would be a really lovely buy. And I think for those cooler days, it's definitely going to be one that's got a lot of longevity. It's going to last on the skin. It's going to project well as well. So go and try for yourself and let me know what you think. And while you're there, maybe try some of his other range as well, because they say he has a signature range and he has fragrances such as his Grey Vetiver, the Intense, Tom Ford for Men Intense, and then he has the Velvet Orchid as well as the Noir range. So let me know what you think. Tell me which one that you prefer. And don't forget to check out the Facebook group that Tim set me up, because like I said on my last video, he's absolutely determined to drag me kicking and screaming into the 21st century, and he's also setting up a little channel himself, so check that out, because it's going to be like a behind the scenes of Ellie smells and a bit more sort of like of what Tim thinks about the fragrances. So let me know what you think about those, and I'll see you again soon on Ellie Smells. Bye for now. Hey Timbo, you know you want that new car after Christmas? Well, what I'm thinking is, up until then, you can just get into your car and then just spray this, and you can close your eyes and pretend, but obviously not while you're driving. See you soon.